What a weekend it was. It was one full of reactions to a video that went viral about a police officer assaulting a woman. We later learned this happened at Midland Savings and Loans Shiashi branch. But through it all, I'm glad to be here today with you, wonderful viewers. Without you, there will be no Joy News Interactive. Now, the show is coming to you live from digital address GA0992539 Kokomemle, Accra. You can also catch us on DSTV channel 421 and Go TV channel 144. On Facebook and Twitter, we are Joy News on TV. I am Apisa Sibidi, and I hope you woke up with determination so you can go to bed with satisfaction. Now, waking up on a Monday morning can be very tough, especially if you didn't have a restful weekend. Now, my question to you, what is the first thing you think about regarding your work when you're about to start your week?
You think of it and then you put anything. Your mindset, what is going to happen in the day, yeah.
All right, okay.
My first thing I think about that, I'm a servant of the Lord. As I'm here, I'm to deliver the gospel to the public. So my opinion is to let God understand, let the people understand the gospel of the Lord so that they believe in Him and continue their life in the Lord.
Yeah, I think about going to work and working hard to improve the economy of Ghana. That is all what I think about.
Well, hashtag Monday motivation is trending worldwide. Let's see if we can try to get those worldwide trends onto your screens right now. Remember, on Facebook and Twitter, we are Joy News on TV. Hashtag Monday motivation is trending. Well, hashtag Sona 2018 is also trending, and hashtag 8 years of One Direction is trending. And our favorite, hashtag Monday motivation. So we're just going to take the top three tweets, but let's go to hashtag Monday motivation and see what people have been saying about it.
I realize it's the love for success
but
that
then
will
on
lead
your
me to
screen
succeeding.
Well, let's get those hashtag Monday motivation. You know, it's still Monday. We need a little bit of motivation. It's okay. It's all right. We'll all be fine. But at row 5 quote says, "Good morning, Twitter world. Let your hashtag Monday motivation be positive and with purpose of helping others no matter their background. Help our country unite. Have a blessed hashtag Monday morning and rest of your day." And this one is from @Gifts and More, who says, "Don't let your failures define you. Take the lessons and become better." Hashtag Monday motivation, hashtag Monday morning. @Shrish21 says, "Look until you find something you don't want a vacation from." Hashtag Monday motivation. Like they always say that if you love what you're doing, you'll never have to take a vacation. But @Tamith Maxwell says, "Stepping out into a brand new week. Make it awesome." Hashtag Monday motivation. And @Rokino says, "When you realize that being ugly is a gift and an opportunity to grow, you will work hard to make people love you." Hashtag Monday motivation. And our last Monday motivation is from @Leonard Wright, who says, "Nothing comes to sleepers but a dream, so get up, get moving, and live your dreams." I love that. Hashtag Monday motivation, just live your dreams. On that note, we're going to take our Monday motivation video.
I realize it's the love for success that will lead me to succeeding. So just imagine if Robert feared falling. Would he even start walking? Of course not. He wouldn't even do what he loved to do. He would sit at home and take no type of action. But he loved walking. Wasn't even scared to fall. It gave him life. That's what allowed him to get up and do it. He loved walking so much, he was willing to fall 10 times a day just to do it. And you have to be the same. So the next time someone tells you, you're gonna fail, you know what you tell them? Tell them they're right. But you're not afraid to fail. You're not afraid to take action. You're not afraid to jump. You're gonna fail 10 times, but you know what? It's cool. Because on the 11th time, you'll succeed. Oh, you'll succeed all right. And it'll feel good. And while you're over here living the life of your dreams and complete happiness, guess where they're gonna be? That's right. They'll be failures, the real failures, over there where it's safe, scared to fail. Ironic, isn't it?
So don't be afraid to fail. Now let's go to Facebook, where I asked you, what's the first thing you think about when you wake up, especially on a Monday morning? Personally, I think about going back to bed, but you know what? Girls gotta work. But at Brockham it says to give thanks to God and move on to my daily activities. And Yahom says to watch Joy News, Mama V and Roland Walker doing Guy. And Valanyo Akatia says how to make money and give it out. My sincere prayer. All right. And Sadiq says he thinks about Allah when he wakes up. And Asay says the wonders of God. Now, let's go to a story or a video, I must say, that got the country talking.
Relax.
I'm sure most of you have seen that video. Now, so the story, according to the lady, is that she had gone to withdraw money from the company and she had been delayed for a while. So authorities of the company say they had network issues, a reason her transaction delayed. Well, as expected, Midland Savings and Loans is trending. So let's see what people are saying about that video. For me, it was heartbreaking. This is the first time I actually watched the full video. I was looking at it on social media and I just didn't have the heart to watch the video. I'll just keep my comments to myself. Let's go to Twitter and see what you guys have been saying about Midland Savings and Loans. At Don Papel says all clients of Midland Savings and Loans should close their accounts and withdraw all their money. Remember, this could have been any of you. What a shame. And at Raphael_Amuri says what the victim of the Midland Savings and Loans incident said is really true. These banks and small financial institutions come to customers promising plenty things like save with us and get a loan with us. Meanwhile, when you're going for your money, it turns into a fight. And at Africa Showboy says Midland Savings and Loans is busy blaming the employee who recorded the assault instead of being upset over the assault itself. The hashtag for her is when you do not hire capable staff. In my opinion, she is the only capable staff they had in that branch that day. Hashtag shame. At Christina Levindo says, number one, Midland Savings and Loan is equally irresponsible and a disgrace for allowing the police officer to beat up this woman simply because she arrived at the bank late and insisted she takes money. What if she had no money and that was the only thing she had to rely on that day? So that's a very good question. What if she had no money and that was the only thing she had to rely on that day? Very, very good question that Christiana Livindo is posing there. But let's go to Coffee Men 02255767, and he says, as kids, we used to play police and thief. But after what happened at the Midland Savings and Loans, I think we should just call it police or thieves. And at _D_Ankwa says, it's very unfortunate people are calling for the boycott of Midland Savings and Loans with no regards to their numerous other branches where some good customer relations could be found. What about the employees becoming unemployed? The collapse of a 2-decade or more business. And at Fifi Tamakole says, bam! Let's not punish the hundreds of Midland Savings and Loans workers who have nothing to do with what happened and zero in on the real criminals, the policeman and those who didn't stop the brutality from happening. So those are some of your tweets on Twitter about the Midland Savings and Loans. That's still trending here in Ghana. But let's move on to something where government is finalizing steps to start the double track or semester system to boost enrollment under its flagship free senior high school education program. Now, the double year-round system divides the entire student body and staff into 2 different tracks. So while one track is in school, the other is on vacation. We asked you in the streets of Accra what your thoughts are about this, and this is what she had to say.
All this free education thing, the government, they don't think well about it. They have to put some measures before trying to start this free education thing. I don't think it will work. I don't think it will at all.
They have to build the more schools so that if now if you go some schools, there's a class about say 60 or 70 on one class. That is very, very bad. So they will pray to the Akufo-Addo to build the mama has build a more school. So Akufo-Addo to have to build more schools so that they can access to go there.
To distract the attention of the students. So the best thing is that it should go like the former time.
That system wouldn't be the best of advice to consider, because you see, when people come home, they are exposed to a lot of social vices. You see, so it will rather the target will never be met. So I think that they should open up. You see, more facilities should be opened up so that they can consume these children. As much as they are in school, they are focused and they will never live any life which will affect them in the near future. So coming home and swapping wouldn't be the best of advice.
Now, let's pick some of your thoughts on Facebook about this matter. At Edson Illybrooks says, I personally do not think Ghana has gotten to that state yet. There's a whole lot more to do concerning our education system. This isn't the right time. So for him, it's a big no. But at Coffee America says, it's laudable, the Western kind. And Papa Uncle says, free SHS is a great idea, but those who gave birth to it are more confused. Okay, so only time will tell. Let's see if we can get some more comments on that. But at Ray Masterflex says, took me about 10 minutes to think about this. I think it's a nice move, but definitely there will be advantages and disadvantages and so on. I mean, with any policy or any program, there will be some pros and cons. So we'll just have to get to the bridge and then cross it and see those pros and cons. But at Oskani Brakwami says, I see it to be a waste of resources. And if I may ask, are there tertiary students? For what I know is no sandwich are meant for tertiary students, not secondary students. Okay. Evans Newton says, very laudable idea, but teachers should be paid well. And Kweku says, I can't understand, but I'm hoping it will work. This one is from Theophilus, who says, very good. Nana Safu says, wow, very great. And Scholar Kwesi Jr. says, he thinks it's a cool idea. On that note, we're going to take a quick breather. When we come back, we'll be taking some Twitter trends. Stay tuned. You're still watching Joy News Interactive with me, Mapisi. Now, let's take some Twitter trends here in Ghana. Well, second trend is Karis, and the third one is hashtag the highest wedding. And we also have hashtag Joy SMS. And also we've got Midland Savings and Loans. And the 10th one is Tracy. And Tracy is the newly wedded Mrs. Success. And everybody was just like, you know what, private wedding. We also wanted to be there. But let's see some snippets of that wedding. All right, let's see what you guys have been saying about Sarkodie and on Twitter. And at Donko_Joshua says, King at Sarkodie, we have got to know about your wedding, but it seems you haven't posted a single picture of it here, nor Insta. Why? And at Amos says, if others are jealous, you're doing something right at Smart_Ghanaians. I really love what you're doing on here. Keep it up. All right. At _Malvi says, I'm really happy for Sarkodie and Tracy. And at Miss Vivian 4 says, dear Lord, please send me my own Sarkodie. And at Stony_Richie says, congrats at Sarkodie. Hashtag the highest wedding. Now I'm going to take you back to the Midland saga. I mean the lady. Let's see, we've got a statement. Let's see if we can get that statement. Okay, so it's from the Women's Caucus of Parliament condemning this action. Okay, so my attention has been drawn to a video which has gone viral on the various social media platforms. It is said a nursing mother was seen being brutally palmed mercilessly by a policeman for insisting that the bank allow her to withdraw her own money from her account at the premises of Midland Savings and Loan. So now the Women's Caucus of Parliament condemns and in no uncertain terms the barbaric act of this police corps and to urge the Inspector General of Police to take every step to ensure that the policeman is dealt with. All right, now let's go to this paragraph. As a mother, I wept uncontrollably watching this poor nursing mother being subjected to severe physical abuse by the policeman. And now the unbearable part was the fact that she had in her hands her newly born baby. So this was signed by Sarah Ajo-Safo, who is the leader of the Women's Caucus in Parliament. So now the Gender Ministry has also been reacting, I mean, for obvious reasons. Let's see Madame Otiko Afisa Jaba's statement on that. Now, the attention of the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection has been drawn to a video which has gone viral showing a policeman in a uniform. Okay, so explaining what the content of the video. But now she says the ministry cannot fathom what crime the nursing mother could have committed to warrant the violent and vicious attack by this officer of the law. Most disturbing, however, was the attitude of the persons who were in the banking hall and made no attempt whatsoever either to restrain the deranged policeman or to protect the woman. So we also have the NCC and Occupy Ghana reacting to this statement. Let's see if we can get those reactions. Okay, so we'll bring those reactions shortly. So this one is from Occupy Ghana. Like several Ghanaians is horrified at the videos showing the senseless assault and battering of a woman simple on account of alleged refusal to leave a banking hall, insisting on being paid her money. All right, as we can see, we would, however, add other comments and observations on the matter. And okay, so those are some reactions and statements by Occupy Ghana, NCC, Madam Fisa Otiko Jaba, and leader of the parliament, the women's caucus in Parliament, Sarah Adro Safa. Now, to end this edition of Joy News Interactive with me, Mapita Sividi, here's a video of Chimamanda Ngozi, Nigerian author and poet, telling us about the dangers of a single story. Thank you so much for watching Joy News Interactive. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. And remember to go to our Facebook and Twitter page. We are Joy News on TV.
I would like to tell you a few personal stories about what I like to call the danger of the single story. I thought about this when I left Nigeria to go to university in the United States. I was 19. My American roommate was shocked by me. She asked where I had learned to speak English so well and was confused when I said that Nigeria happened to have English as its official language. She asked if she could listen to what she called my tribal music and was consequently very disappointed when I produced my tape of Mariah Carey. So after I had spent some years in the US as an African, I began to understand my roommate's response to me. If I had not grown up in Nigeria, and if all I knew about Africa were from popular images, I too would think that Africa was a place of beautiful landscapes, beautiful animals, and incomprehensible people fighting senseless wars, dying of poverty and AIDS, unable to speak for themselves, and waiting to be saved by a kind white foreigner. So that is how to create a single story. Show a people as one thing, as only one thing, over and over again, and that is what they become. I recently spoke at a university where a student told me that it was such a shame that Nigerian men were physical abusers like the father character in my novel. I told him that I had just read a novel called American Psycho, and that it was such a shame that young Americans were serial murderers. It would never have occurred to me to think that just because I had read a novel in which a character was a serial killer, that he was somehow representative of all Americans. And now this is not because I'm a better person than that student, but because of America's cultural and economic power, I had many stories of America. I had read Tylan, Updike, and Steinbeck, and Gateskill. I did not have a single story of America. I've always felt that it is impossible to engage properly with a place or a person without engaging with all of the stories of that place and that person. The consequence of the single story is this: it robs people of dignity. It makes our recognition of our equal humanity difficult. It emphasizes how we are different rather than how we are similar. Stories matter. Many stories matter. Stories have been used to dispossess and to malign, but stories can also be used to empower and to humanize. Stories can break the dignity of a people, but stories can also repair that broken dignity.